This was the gruesome scene of a fatal stabbing captured by photojournalist Gagik Shamshian. Blood spattered all over the walls and floor of an apartment in the Nor Arish neighborhood south of downtown Yerevan. There was more evidence outside, but what happened is still not clear. This all happened around Saturday night at 7 o'clock when a 24-year-old girl came out of that apartment bleeding. We don't know where she was stabbed, but she came out and went across the street and asked for the neighbors' help. The neighbors over here called an ambulance, and when the ambulance came, a 24-year-old girl and the man inside were rushed to the hospital. Police investigators were at the scene around 10 on Saturday night, but they won't say if what happened was a murder and attempted suicide, murder and self-defense, or if a third person was trying to kill both the victims.
All we know, the girl went into the home with the Indian student. We don't know what they talked about or what happened.
What we know so far is that one person is dead, a male victim with his neck slashed, a man police identify as Danish Dabu or Danish Den. His neighbors say Danish was from India and enrolled at a local university. He was one of an estimated 1,000+ students who attend Armenian universities, a majority in medical schools. One of a handful times when an Indian student grabbed headlines in Armenia was when a 21-year-old fell to his death from his 6th-floor window. His friends took to the streets to protest what they call apathy by the state medical university where the student was enrolled. That student died while being transported to the hospital. Danish also lost his fight for life in an ambulance on its way to Erepuni Hospital. Neighbors tell me he had moved into the apartment, a stone's throw from the Nor Arish Polyclinic and Central Military Hospital, less than 2 weeks ago. The woman identified as Astrid Arajanyan was taken to the hospital, also with injuries to the neck.
2 ambulances came when our neighbor Rafi called for help. One took the girl, and the second one took the guy. The neighbor also called the police at Erepuni station, and they came to investigate the scene.
Photojournalist Shamshian says police found several blood-soaked knives at the scene. One of them was broken. A Facebook search reveals that the alleged female victim graduated from university in the city of Agra in India. It's not known what her relationship was to the male victim. Was this a lover's quarrel turned violent, a crime of passion? Was it self-defense, a murder-suicide? Or was this a hate crime because the Indian was dating an Armenian woman? CivilNet reached out to the police department as well as the Indian ambassador to Armenia, but our calls were not returned. Paul Chadirjian, Daron Titisian, Nijde Khachadurian, CivilNet.